Like geddytrey on stuff, whooshing gives a proper reaction.
And now for something completely different.
People, welcome back. Sleep Token, even in Arcadia, they are back with a brand new album. Only 10 songs, but it is almost an hour long, so you already know it's going to hold so many bangers within this. After Caramel, I have no idea what sort of artistic direction they're going to go in. However, thank you very much for being here along with me for the journey. If this is your first time listening to the album, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know in the live chat when this is premiering. Or don't, if it's not premiering. This could just stay on Patreon. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. Without further ado, look to Windward. Windward, toward the wind, right? I don't know, let's find out. I have the lyrics up on a separate screen too. We're going digital. Arcadia, sounds like an arcade game. 8-bit.
Will you listen just as my form starts to fission, losing this war of attrition? Just as I drift away, will you haunt this eclipse in me? 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 With the shadows longer to me than a light, yeah. Moving so slow I could die, yeah. Say you can let me say, yeah. Will you haunt this eclipse in me? Will you haunt this eclipse in me? Will you haunt this eclipse in me? Will you haunt this eclipse in me?
Like something's trapped. That's so stabby.
Now I know why I woke up here on the shoreline, coughing up blood in the twilight. Everything looks the same. Will you haunt this eclipse in me? 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 I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You pray for sound,
Yes!
I pray for silence. Downright fate, this I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. It's over till I say it's over. No more little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so merely stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword, and I waltz under the earth only to burn the reward.
Oh! First pause. Eyes are leaking already. A lot of you will notice I've been away for a while. Spent a lot of time with the family. It's been much needed. Spent a lot of time just focusing on one thing. It was nice to focus on something else for a change, you know. My bad. The way that just came in, the way that he whispered, "Oh, this eclipse in me," and that breakdown there was so perfect, so perfect. It was almost like he was giving an insight into what that eclipse was going to feel like, and that instrumental break was the eclipse, and that's like the madness and just in his head when there is that eclipse, when there's no more light inside of him, you know, because that's what an eclipse is. It's a blocking out completion. It's a blocking out completely of light. Will you halt that in me? Like, will you be my light and make sure that that darkness doesn't creep up in me? And he gave you a little insight as to what that darkness in his head was, you know, musically. There's only so much that you can say, but to him, I'm sure it says a lot, you know. And then the genre change again. This already, look to Windward, it's going to be one of my favourites. Emergence is so good. This one has more of a form for me. Whoa, unbelievable, man. I'm really enjoying this. Nah. Let's go a bit further back. Fire burning in the background as well. Let's pay attention to the lyrics this time.
I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You pray for sound and I pray for silence. Downright fate, this I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Over till I say it's over. No more little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God.
I'll leave him cold and pushing up boulders. I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. Like losing sleep over the amount of pressure that he's under. You know? That's how I see that anyway. Losing sleep over the amount of pressure that he's under. Because it takes pressure to form diamonds, so enough to break diamonds. You pray for sound and I pray for silence. Maybe there he's talking to the listener. I don't know. Find me with half a mind to get violent. That sounds like such a British thing to say. I've got half a mind to get violent right now. It's almost like a forewarning, you know. I'm telling you what's about to happen. It's the gentlemanly thing to do. I'm giving you a warning before I punch you. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent. That's the British way, bruv. I'll let you know. Before you're going to get a beating, I'll tell you. You are pissing me off. Please vacate the premises, or I will make you do so. Half a mind to get violent. I like that line. It isn't over till I say it's over. No more little angels sitting on my shoulders. So then maybe the breakdown was the eclipse, and there's no more light in his life, you know? Or this is still, because the instrumental break there, the breakdown could have been showing us the darkness, and then this is the vocality, him telling us about the darkness, you know? When he feels the pressure, when there is no faith, damn right, faithless, I can't deny, you'll find me with half a mind to get violent. Like, this is the eclipse. This is when there's no light in his life. He goes off the rails, you know? So give me the edge of a blade. Like, there's no more angels sitting on my shoulders. I don't have that light anymore. This is the eclipse. Give me the edge of a blade. Obviously, angels as well. That's like the take me back to Eden. There's a lot of biblical references throughout his stuff. And I know that a lot of his stuff has been filmed inside of churches as well. A lot of biblical references throughout Sleep Token stuff. So maybe he sort of wrestled with faith his entire life. Maybe he was brought up like Christian or Catholic, or I'm only guessing that because of, you know, Britain. Give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up boulders. Pushing up boulders is like it's symbolizing struggle, you know. I can't remember which tale it was of the guy who pushes the Seraphes. I don't know. Somebody pushes a boulder up a hill and becomes stronger for it, or something like that. I'll leave them cold and pushing up boulders. Cold as in dead, pushing boulders, perhaps, again, biblical maybe, resurrection. Didn't they push a boulder over the cavern or cave so that Jesus couldn't get out? I usually don't, you know, I've read the Bible, very familiar with it, but I don't usually think in such biblical terms. But because they keep bringing it up, you know, it's hard not to. But there is lyrical presence here that you cannot deny.
Without a mind to get violent. Say it's over. Little angel sitting on my shoulder. So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so many
God's
stumbling forth until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword, and I was under the earth only to burn the reward.
I swear, it's almost as if, is it John Milton or Milton John? No, it's John Milton. Paradise Lost. The story from the, well, it's a series of epic poems from the POV of Satan. This is reminding me a lot of that. The story of a man scorned because, of course, the devil was once an angel. And here he says, am I walking with gods or merely stumbling forth? Like, is this the place that I'm meant to be? That could have been what Satan was thinking. This is reminding me of Paradise Lost, man. Or am I merely stumbling forth? I'm merely just going with the motions, you know, until there's fire at the gates and I fall to the floor, which, of course, is what happened to those angels, the fallen ones. I live by the feather. That could mean a whole number of things, because, you know, on the Libra scale, there's the feather and then there's your life, and it should weigh against it. But then feather is in the quill, and he's a writer. I live by the feather, die by the sword, and I will sunder the earth only to burn the reward. Again, potentially a satanic reference. Satanic as in, sort of a tale of, or in the third person, you know, narrative. I don't believe there's any sort of satanic worship going on here. I don't believe that that's what it is. At least I hope not, you know. You know, you can never be too sure, but I really hope not. Because I like this band. I like this guy. He's a deep thinker and a deep writer. Love it. Yeah. Bro, I'm a baby. Oh, the piano. Yo, stop it. Yo, give it a rest. Yo, give it a rest, son. Give it a rest. Do you know what? When that sort of harmonic, choir-like bit came in toward the end, I was just stood there thinking how incredible that is going to be live. And then when they drop the bomb of that final breakdown, that whole song, incredible. I didn't even scroll down to see what the bridge and that outro was. So the outro was "Will you halt this eclipse in me?" which I was thinking at the time could like that kind of symbolizes hope. You know, he's already said, "Will you halt this eclipse in me?" Then showed us what happens during that eclipse in vocality and in an instrumental breakdown. Showed us what happens. That darkness. It's almost controlled chaos. But it's a chaos that he clearly doesn't want to be a part of him. He feels as though that's not the real him. So still in the end, there's that hope of, will you halt this eclipse in me? You know? Because when he said, will you halt this eclipse in me? And then we got the instrumental breakdown and then a more menacing vocality. It was kind of telling me that was it. This is the eclipse now. He's far gone. That's it, done for. But the end with him still saying, will you halt this eclipse in me? That there's hope in that, you know. Oh, and I used to know myself. Oh, and you used to know me well. Oh, and I wish that I could leave myself alone. Oh, and you wish that you could make me whole. I used to know myself. Again, all I'm thinking about is this Paradise Lost. That's all I'm thinking about with the biblical references and the satanical ties as well. But again, it doesn't seem like it's worship. It seems like it's from the POV of. I used to know myself, as in the devil used to be an angel. I used to know who I was. And there's possibly still a part of the devil that knows that he was an angel. There's still something in there, you know. And you used to know me well. Maybe this is Sleep Token. You'll have to forgive me because I keep forgetting his name. I do it purposefully because I don't. Everybody was like, "Oh no, he doesn't want people to know his name." Vessel, that's the one. Finally, I was going to say 5. Is that the right number? I don't know. Or 4? I don't know. But Vessel, that's the guy. But Vessel could be writing from his point of view, you know, from his POV regarding faith. Maybe he feels cast out by God. He feels like there's been so many things that have gone wrong in his life. Like, how can he still hold faith? You know? This is all a very convoluted, and you know, you guys that have, if there's anybody new, I'm incredibly sorry if you've had to come through this roller coaster with us. But for anybody that knows me, you'll know that this is how I go through it. It's very jumbled in the beginning, and then you guys in the comment section, you guys give me the sort of, you guys have the clarity to not have to do all of this right now. I have to think about all of this right now, but you guys get the clarity to sit there, think about it. So the comments that I read are much more precise than my thoughts can be right now. So, you know, the comments very much help me out, because often it changes the way that other people think about it, and they can go off their own line, and their thoughts become more clear and concise. So it's all, you know, a nice community helping each other. But at the minute, I'm just on this one track mind of this being from either the POV of Satan, or he feels himself a cast out figure. So he feels himself as that satanical figure, and he's maybe talking to God. You used to know me well, and I wish that I could leave myself alone, because I have dark thoughts inside of my head, and I wish I could leave them alone, but they are a part of me, you know. And both Satan and Vessel feeling to God like, you made me, you gave me the ability to think these thoughts. I didn't ask to think these thoughts, they just came to me. And yet you won't let me explore them. A casting out, or casting aside. That's what I'm getting to this. And you wish that you could make me whole, as I'm sure God does. Wishes that you know, when he'd cast those angels out, that they created a better path for themselves, or, you know, wish that he hadn't have had to do that in the first place. I don't know. But this is just track number 1. We've got so long to go, and I honestly, I cannot wait, because after that one, I just want to see it live. And of course, we've got download coming up next month.